Well, hello, hello. Afternoon, everybody. Can't say good morning, but afternoon. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Centralia, Pennsylvania, everybody. We are, hey Melody, good morning, good afternoon, good day. Same to you, Cam. I wanted to start you off with some good old trash. Good old trash, and then we'll go from there. Then it's all uphill from there, right? It's all downhill. But yeah, so we're at the top of the hill here in Centralia. I am a good find underground. Part of a seatbelt. Oh, I think it seems to be like an ongoing tradition here. We have a long history. We have a long heritage of dumping. Trying to keep up our traditions. Look at some of this graffiti. This is kind of reminiscent of what you would expect to see here, you know. There's a hard R. Avoid the hard R in the car in a little while. But you can see, so this is a street. This is a residential street on the top of the town. Everything, that's kind of a cool overlook of the town too. You can see kind of in a nutshell, overgrown. I mean, the roads don't look too bad, to be honest, but you can tell it's all been demolished and bulldozed, and the forest just took it all back. Oh yeah, how is those cookies? The buffer is real. Happy to see you live. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, well, that's another thing that I could find, which I kind of expected. But I heard some hopeful news that T-Mobile had good connection out here, so I thought I might be a little bit okay with my hotspot. But we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Hey, what's up, Daniel Tucker? Welcome. Welcome. Good afternoon. We are starting our little romp through Centralia. You know, I thought it might be fun to just do it live. You know, you can watch videos about it, but you know, this is just a good opportunity for people to see it if they wanted to maybe check it out, but heard that it wasn't worth it. Now you get to check it out anyway, you know. So this is a retaining wall for a property that looks like the entrance steps right there, possibly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, how were those cookies? Are you still recovering from those cookies? What were they? 200 milligrams each? You ate 5 of them, so you must have had a good Halloween. Yeah. So I am gonna try to like wander up into one of the property areas, guys. So I hope everyone is having a good day. Hope everyone's not hungover from your last Halloween. It's my last Halloween, I swear. We got to do one more blowout Halloween. Yeah, I did that a few times. Come on, it's the last one. It's our last Halloween. Got some more graffiti going on here. So yeah, this likely had some nice properties, some nice houses here. I'm looking for an entrance where I can kind of maybe get a little bit deeper, see if I can find any signs of what used to be. But yeah, but it's a good look. It's a good look with this railing on the side. It's been all graffitied up. I almost said tatted up. Yeah. I know. I'm only 2 hours away, so that'll be. I think I'll have a metal detecting phase in my 40s, is what I'm guessing. I gotta squeeze bird watching, metal detecting, Warhammer. I gotta squeeze Warhammer in there somewhere. I got a lot of phases to get through as I age and become, you know, desperate for something to do. This is kind of cool. I'm not really sure. So I know this loops around, and there's like a back street as well. You know, there is more to see. There's more to see this way, so maybe we'll just finish off the one more property on this street. Oh, look at this. This should have been the image. Welcome to Silent Hill. Hey.
Welcome to Silent Hill. Yeah. Is this the ghost town part?
So I've been here for a couple days.
Yes.
It's all the ghost town. there's like a center crossroads over there, and that's like the center of town. Everybody drives through it all the time, and all these side streets are just where the properties used to be.
Okay.
So like you see this kind of abandoned like properties throughout this whole area. The whole place is like, it's like 2 football fields. It's not that big. So
Okay.
couple things. The cemeteries at the end of the town, which are cool to check out, and there's also a trail. You can actually see it on your Google Maps. It says active smoking vents on there, and it's that way. You can walk a trail to it if you want to do a hike, or you can drive your car back around to it. And it is cool. You can actually walk up into the woods, and you walk up to some rocks, and you can actually see some signs of the steam coming out still. So that's kind of cool. The graffiti highway is also that way.
So that's what we're looking for.
Yes, and did you do any research before you came?
No.
Because okay, so I was disappointed to find out that during COVID they actually people were like congregating too much on it, so they used it as an excuse to dump a bunch of dirt all over Graffiti Highway. So, but what I have seen is that it is like small piles of dirt, so you can kind of still walk around the small piles and see like what was there. So I'm going to do that eventually. Maybe I'll see you guys over there.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just.
What's up this way?
I don't know yet. I just parked. I'm parked up at the end of the street. My truck's up there. I came here in the middle of the night last night for Halloween, and it was something. I mean, it's so like busy and active. It's not what you would think if you only saw videos of it. You know.
I was gonna say that. That's
Yeah.
the first thing I got, because I was expecting this foggy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And I am live right now, by the way. I'm just no, you're fine. I'm just doing a little YouTube thing.
All right.
But you guys want to say hi?
How you doing, boss?
Oh, I thought you were security coming to bust it. I was like, man, they even got security up here. That's a good call. That's a good move. I should have thought of that.
Is the church up here?
Yeah, it looks like the church is that way. I think you can drive there. They say like, don't walk around on the grounds because it's special and people still use it or whatever. And they say don't go in the cemetery unless you're a parishioner, is what I heard.
Okay.
Anything else? Yeah. So I think I had to look it up. I had to compare maps, but I think like if you go that way, there's a street called Park Street. It's a little bit closer to the cemeteries. I think if you take a left, which is no longer on the map, I think that's where the Graffiti Highway is.
Okay.
So that's my best guess. I had some maps pulled up. I was going to check it out too. So.
All right, boss.
Thank you.
Cool. Have fun. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't see that till just till you pulled up. So just looking at it. Hey, yeah. Have fun. Yeah. Hey yo. Sorry about that, guys. You know how I like to get into my long conversations. I hope you guys still got some reception here. So yeah, let's go back a little bit here. Oh, that's what I forgot to tell them, is that everything is bulldozed and there's no structures left, but that's okay. Good afternoon, America and beyond. Welcome to the real Silent Hill. Thanks everybody for coming. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I did manage to get a hotel last night. It was a very classy motor inn, which wanted way too much money to stay there. But I accidentally haggled my way down in price because it was this old guy and he was super tired. I could tell he'd been up all night. And I ended up, we're gonna go in here. We're gonna go in here, by the way. We're gonna go and walk around in here. So I was like, no, there's no way. I can't do that. I'm just gonna fucking go. I'm just gonna sleep in my car. I'd given up. And the guy like chased me down outside. He's like, okay. 65. That's as low as I can go, 65. And I was so tired. I was just like, okay, sounds good. All right, so we are slowly approaching up. We're slowly approaching. Are you guys still with me? Could somebody give me a test chat? I don't see any chats for some reason. The last thing I saw was bring a metal detector. So if you are texting, I apologize. So this is clearly an old property boundary here. As far as I know, everything is taken by the government. So I don't want to say it's public property, but it's definitely not someone's personal property. You see, there's an old metal sign over here. Oh, no, that's cool. I'm totally cool with that. I just wanted to make sure that I still had some reception. Oh, that's just a big sign that somebody kicked over. Yeah, this is where I should be metal detecting, right, man? Yeah, so I'm just kind of wandering onto what used to be a property. Everything has been, and you see these trees? I mean, these trees are what do you think? 15 years old? 20 years old, maybe? So this stuff's just been growing unmaintained. Yeah, since the abandonment. Something red stuck in the trees over there. If I think I'm gonna wander through this brush here, get myself over there. I know, I see that. So at least my count is accurate, right? I do see 4 people. Everybody make sure you tap that like button. I'm sure you already have, since you're so nice to me. But let's see if we can go up a little farther and see something else. So you heard those guys say we're not right next to Graffiti Highway, so I'm going to have to get back in the car and just drive for a minute, like a minute and a half, here in a little bit after we check out this area. This is interesting. We got a vacuum cleaner, people. We got an old vacuum cleaner, piece of shit that somebody got at Walmart and then threw away because it broke a year and a half later. They don't make it like they used to. They don't make it like they used to. Welcome, everybody. We're here in Centralia, PA. If you don't know what that is, it's an abandoned town in rural Pennsylvania, North Pennsylvania, mountain Pennsylvania, that lit on fire about 70 years ago in 1962 when they were burning trash. This is the official story. They were burning trash in a landfill. The fire spread underground to old coal mines, and there's enough coal there underneath to keep those fires burning deep underground for probably the next 200 years. Very interesting story, very interesting history here. There's also some people that claim that the spot that started on fire was exactly where an old Indian tribe used to have their home. So there is the whole story about, angering ancient Indian spirits. Some people put more stock in that than others. You can imagine. This is really cool though. Yeah, I thought it would be a little more active on a Sunday around noon. That's one of the reasons I waited so long, is because there's on Sunday, Saturday and Sunday in particular, there's big spikes around noon. So, but this is really cool. So yeah, this is definitely, you can see this little curb here. This is somebody's old property. There's a lot of dumping still going on here. Look at this look at this peel and stick. I could do a whole bathroom with all that peel and stick. Look at that. I should collect all this and go. I could redo like my whole kitchen with that. Gosh darn it. It's kind of cool. You know what I could do? What I've always wanted to do is like do the inside, put a carpet down inside my truck bed, and then like do some peel and stick tile on there. And not a carpet, but like a piece of fabric, So it could be like a slider. And plus I get that sweet wood look. There's that comedian who's like, remember when it was considered like a sign of affluence when you had, the more wood you had around your car. It's like, how much wood can we get in this car? Man, I mean, I guess it's not really necessarily hurting anybody, but that is a damn shame. That's a damn shame. Yeah, but this is like the top of the town. If we wanted to go check out the church that most people are familiar with, there's a well-maintained Ukrainian church that away. It's called the Holy Mother. It's called the Holy Mother. No, it is called the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. Because you can only assume what happened with Virgin Mary. That's why it's called the Assumption. The assumption is that it was divine conception, immaculate conception. That's the assumption. I'm pretty sure I'm absolutely correct about that. I wonder what's going on. So that looks like a hiking trail that probably leads to the church. Man, there's really not a lot of entrances here to kind of wander through here. I do want to, let's kind of break in. Let's break in right here. Is that correct? That's funny. Well, they're not being very mysterious about it. They're just laying it all out there. Well, the assumption is, we don't really know what happened, but the assumption is. Oh, that's cool. What are you? Concrete blob. You know, I'm wearing long pants. I have all my layers tucked into my socks, so I'm not at a big risk for ticks or anything here. So we're just gonna bushwhack a little bit. Maybe we can find some kind of remnants of a structure out here. We're in Centralia, PA. We're walking around on an old demolished property once everybody was forced to evacuate the town. We'll head back to that little strip of graffiti and coolness. Hey, look, I found a big hole. I wonder if that's a collapsed hole. Probably not. It looks more like a tree. Hey, still, a hole's a hole. A hole's a hole, am I right? A hole's a hole. Here's a hole. I'm not right, by the way. That is not correct. I don't see any smoking. There's no smoking in that hole. I'm guessing it was just a tree fall. I can tell by the rip-up pattern and the roots around it. Probably not a landfill, or not a sinkhole. All right, we can go a little farther here. Nice that we're not in like peak insect season. This tree's been here a while. This is probably in the front yard. I doubt that was here. I doubt that grew up afterwards. I see some concrete over here. We can go this way. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day so far. What's going on this Saturday? Is anybody finally relaxing, or is there still more to do? It's a beautiful day. You can see the colors here, right? I mean, I'm just surrounded in every direction for miles, just mountains full of reds and yellows and oranges. So nice right now. It's so nice. If I recall, you said there are 4 remaining, so only 4 people or 4 households. Yeah, well, I do believe it is 4 households, yeah. There could very well be more people. You know, people are allowed to live there as long as the agreement holder for that particular property is still alive. Everybody's property ownership is tied directly to their heartbeat, you know? So the second things are looking, grim for an individual, I'm sure they'll start making their plans to get everybody removed and pack up and ship out. But yeah, 4 properties, which lines up, I think, with what I've seen so far. I've seen 3 obvious ones, and then I'm sure there's just 1 hidden around here somewhere. I've seen a couple RVs also, interestingly enough. So this is interesting. I don't know. It looks like that may have been just dropped there afterwards. Just some brick, but I bet it's part of the original property. So, yep, it's brick all right. So I can just keep going through here, I guess. I'm really worried. I've started messing around with changing my channel category. And I really hope that doesn't like reset the algorithm or something. I changed it and then I changed it back. I have concerns. Ooh, this tree has a pipe in it. I love a good tree with a pipe. Maybe they're full-time RVs. You know me, I love a good tree with a pipe coming out of it. And that's what we have here. Very interesting. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at this, we got pipe, right? We got a pipe growing out of a tree, or whatever. And then we have this huge cluster of mushrooms here. Growing out of the rot from the inside of the tree. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good mushroom food, I guess. It looks like they're past their prime. They're in their dying stage, but still pretty impressive. Beans, where are you, Beans? We need you, Beans. I'm gonna take a quick picture of that, guys. That's photogenic. That'd be photogenic. All right, there we go. Got a little picture. Got a little picture. It's also very possible that they're like YouTubers or something, you know? They're like traveling around. I mean, that sounds fantastic. I'm not dogging them for it, but traveling around in their van or their RV, like filming and on location all around the United States or wherever they're traveling. Could be a little bit of that going on. All right, so yeah, so there's nothing there. It is demolished and gone. I mean, there may still be something that I can't see because of all the leaf fall and all the overgrowth. But man, it's definitely a place that needed to be documented heavily at the time, you know. Oh shit, give me a second, guys. Hey Melissa, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to you. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, I don't know how long you stayed last night, Melissa. I saw you briefly, and I was a little bit wired with nerves last night, so I was kind of jumping all over the place. But thank you for stopping by. I don't know if you got to see all the steamy rocks last night. But I went back there this morning. Turns out that you drive right by that location to get into town. You know how I was hiking on the way in. So this is the top of the town of Centralia, Melissa, and it is a pretty good place to get a good overview. You got your graffiti. You have your little mini graffiti road here. If you want to get a little taste of the graffiti, we're gonna pop in a minute for the hills. That is so weird. See if we can hear it again, guys. I don't know, is that maybe like a... You know, it's a horn. It kind of reminds me of a siren. It kind of seems a little bit funny that we're in the real Silent Hill. All right, it seems to have stopped. But it just kind of reminds me of a couple of video clips I saw on the way up here from Silent Hill. With that, the siren goes off and everybody has to get inside because Silent Hill is taking over. Oh, poopy. That sucks. I'm looping. Poopy loopy. Yeah, I wonder what that was. Let's see. We are here. Well, I'm going to upload a short, Melissa. If you can hear me, I'm going to upload a short. I got some daytime footage of the rocks. And there are actually a few more spots that weren't obvious last night that are also very cool. There's one really big one that's really cool. I'm trying to... It's clear again? Cool. I was just waiting for the all clear. Thank you. So... I walked up and down this road already. You know, there's one fun spot that I'm gonna do this walk one more time. Graffiti road, graffiti highway. You can see some of this here. We're in Centralia, PA. That screen. That's fake news. Unfortunately, Graffiti Road has been dumped over by dirt, but it's so funny. Like somebody ran into me, and I was basically a tour guide for the area. You know, all the information I've been kind of consuming over the last few days is more or less salient in my head now, so I can access it, you know, without looking it up. Butter's Rail. That's Butter's Rail, people. It's a really nice little forest down there. Melissa, I just went back to the video and I tagged the timestamp where the rocks got interesting. Oh, hey, thanks, Melody. I know, that's supposed to be my job. I know you're supposed to do that. I'm getting there. Just give me another 4 years and I'll be totally good. I'll have all that on lockdown. But there's a fun little bit of graffiti over here, which I didn't actually get a good photograph of. I didn't, in fact, get a good photograph. I'm sure this has been somebody else's thumbnail before, though. But we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it to Graffiti Highway. It'll also be a nice little hike too. I know we want to get some nature while we're here too. But this is the purest of nature. This is nature taking back over. Right? But yeah, if you guys missed this before, check this out. Oh, cool. Thank you. Yeah, so somebody spray painted this here. This is very nice. This is a good welcome. Welcome to Silent Hill. So I'm gonna get a quick photograph of this, guys. How can I not? How can I not? It's basically, I'm basically a tourist here, right? That's a good shot there. And a little bit stronger on that welcome. How about that? All right. We be back. Yeah, it's cool at night, and definitely it'll be cool to see the other footage too, guys. So yeah, so this is kind of the top of the town, both elevation wise, and we're at one end of the town. There's nothing much beyond me this way except for that church, which is what they say about the church, is that it overlooks the town. So I don't have any real reason to go check out the church. It is well maintained and currently in use by the locals. Groups and parishioners come and they meet in the church. So what do you call it? It's not really. I don't know. It's not really that interesting. Everybody and their brother has footage of the church on YouTube. You can check that out. You can see pictures all day. You're not supposed to go up to it or into it or anywhere around it because it's disrespectful to the parishioners that are there. So, I mean, it would just be me showing you the church and then walking away. So, look at this nice tree. Look at this nice tree. It's a nice red tree. The movie Silent Hill, the town of Silent Hill in the movie Silent Hill. It has a coal fire burning underground that was started about 60, 70 years ago and will continue to burn for another couple hundred years by their estimations. There used to be a lot of visible smoke coming out of the ground. The whole town was evacuated for that reason. And now it sits almost completely abandoned except for a few people left over. Man, I really gotta fucking... I'm starting to get a little bit annoyed at this process. But yeah, we did lose a little bit of connection when I came this way earlier, so bear with me. We're gonna pop into the car real quick. We're just gonna drive down the road ever so slightly to get to the old Graffiti Highway. And we're gonna see if we can see a little bit of that Graffiti Highway. Even though there's piles of dirt dumped all over it, it still seems like you can get a good look at it, you know. And actually, it could be very different than the pictures look. They may have spread the dirt out more now. That's always a possibility. So that's what we're here to find out, people. So we're gonna. You're gonna become normally so much easier. But cool, so we're off. We're gonna go find the Graffiti Highway. I have a vague idea of where I'm going. It should be up to Park Lane. You know, I might have to actually look at the map for a second while I'm driving. doesn't seem right. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. I should be... Okay. Oh, so it doesn't consider this part of the road. That's weird. So it'll be a right here, and then it'll be a left on Park Street. And I might be losing connection here and there, guys. Just bear with me. If you can still hear me, bear with me. I'm taking a right out here, and I'll be taking a left up at Park. Where they're going. And you just see to the left and to the right of you, just endless nothing. It's a little bit less daunting in the daytime, right? This place is totally pitch black at night, though. Oh, they got somebody with a doggy out here. Doggy! Alright, alright. It may be a little bit of a hike to get to Graffiti Highway, but isn't that just what I'm here for? Is a hike? This guy probably knows. Interesting. I'm gonna ask this guy a question real quick. He might know. He might know. Hey, bud. Do you? I was kind of guessing. Do you know is the old Graffiti Highway this way? Is the old Graffiti Highway this way? Oh, it's that way. Okay, sorry. I guess I was looking at the map backwards. Hey, thanks. I know there's nothing to see there. I just want to check it out. All right. So yeah, I guess my I was holding the map upside down. Digital. But he said it's just the opposite direction. The opposite direction. Hello, everybody. Looks like we may have had a little bit of... there is still some of the road visible between the dirt. So it was a big disappointment for a lot of people. It was like a big piece of history and art that was covered up. So we'll find out when we get there. I think we're on the right track. Now, whether or not I'm going to have data connection out there, I just don't know. I just don't know. I'm going to get my car nice and tucked in here. I like to park in ways where my license plate is not easily readable. But it seems like this might be a nice trail that will lead us there. And so we'll just be on a nice classic hike, you know? Good old hike. You guys let me know if I'm losing data. I may be talking to nobody right now. Especially since my backpack's inside the car. Okay. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I think we're going to be able to see some cool stuff out here, though. Just got to down that old energy drink when I can, you know. This has been fun, though. You know, I didn't expect it to be here for 2 days, but because of how my car situation worked out, it just became the smarter option. Just stick around for a little bit longer. I'm going to grab my backpack and my walking stick. My stick that's made for walking. Oop, I'm covering up my data connection right now. Stick and then window. Maybe I should bring my keys with me. What do you think? What do you think? Go cop yourself. All right, check these things out. Melody, you might like this. This old guy that I was helping out, he had this really old fridge, right? And like a really old G fridge, like a 70-year-old fridge. And so I took, instead of throwing these away, I took them. I thought maybe I'll grow like tomatoes or something in them. I have 2 of them. They say vegetables on the front. They might make a nice size little inside garden or a porch garden, something I can move around, you know. They're all enamel ceramic coated, you know, so they're nice and waterproof. But isn't that classy? Retro vegetables. That's called upcycling, folks. That's what you call upcycling. Let me get my backpack on here. But yeah, I'm a Texas boy. I'm a Texas boy, born and raised. Dallas, if that counts. For some people they roll their eyes, but you had to be there. You had to be there to understand. Some people really hate Dallas, like especially people that grew up there. Really, for some reason, hate it. But I'm kind of neutral. It was a good place to grow up. I had some good times. Some bad times. Some neutral times. I had all my times there. What the fuck, man? My door is just getting worse and worse. I am not excited about that. I need new hinges, which is not hard to do. But the last time I did it, there we go. The last time I did it did not work out very well. So, all right. So we're on the road now, guys. We're on the road. I can't see any chats from anybody. So just in case you're chatting, just know that I can't see them yet. I'll probably see them shortly if they are coming through. Yeah, that's becoming a little bit of an issue. I'm gonna have to. So we're on the road to see the graffiti highway. I have a good feeling that we're on the right track. Maybe that guy was lying to me. Maybe he was pulling my leg. You never know. I've heard some of the locals do not like all the attention. Which, I mean, I get to a certain extent, but like now that I see how this place is, it's not like you're driving out to Amish country and disturbing the locals who haven't seen a car for 20 years, you know. 10,000 cars drive through the middle of your town every single day, you know. It's not like it's a isolated and preserved part of history and I'm desecrating it by walking on it. No. See, look, balls. There you go. Make love, not. That's an old fire hydrant. I thought it was one of those steam vents, but it is just a fire hydrant. Interesting. So I guess this is, yeah, maybe I should slow down. Maybe there's some property around here. Fire hydrant means there's something that needs to be put out. So that would imply homes around the area. What is this? Oh, it's like fiber optic wire. I have a connection out here. Let's see, what does that look like? Hell yeah, I should have a really strong connection actually. I've got very strong 5G. We are on our way right now to Old Graffiti Highway. Shit. I really need to actually know this. I can't just wander off. There's the cemetery, there's the shrine, there's the highway. Cemetery above, shrine at the bottom, highway to the left. Highway, it's down there, okay. So it would seem that it looks kind of similar to where I was walking last night, actually. This wouldn't be it, would it? No, this is going back in the wrong direction, I believe. Oh, this is where I walked. This is where I was last night. Okay. Okay, there's no way there was highway under that. They couldn't have done a good enough job covering that up. A lot of dumping going on, left and right. Who knows? Yeah, I definitely was not here. I'm going to assume that this is a nice, helpful hint. Go this way, sucker. Unless they're leading me into a trap. There's a lot of stuff spread out. There's a pallet up in the top of that hill there. That's kind of cray-cray. Was that Bigfoot up there? I think I might have saw Bigfoot watching me from the top of the hill. Just maybe, just maybe. Look at that countryside over there though. Look at those mountains with all the color. It's just barely being lit up by the sky a little bit. You know, I'm gonna try real quick. I appear to have good reception. We're back, guys, we're back. Welcome back. Yeah, I appear to have pretty good reception out here. Well, that's at least a positive. I have a feeling maybe I got stuck on a tower or something. Or maybe all the weird data kind of screwed up my app briefly. I kind of want to go up there and see what's up there. I've got time. Yeah, we can do a little climb. A little climb to the top of this ridge. See what all the fuss is about. There seems to be trash flowing like a river from this one spot. So let's see what's on top of the hill. It's a little slippery here. Lots of dry leaves. A very steep. I don't see any steam coming out of there. Who knows, maybe there's some coal or something up here. It's gonna be actually a little bit treacherous coming down this. I didn't think about that. Yeah, cool. So it flattens out. Another trail up here, okay. Oh, look. Look at what? Oh, look. I don't know exactly. Possibly where I was last night. Although it could be though. It could be. I don't want to take that chance. Not expecting this though. See, this is why I need a drone. This long, treacherous fall here. Got my stick. Got my salvation stick. That's what some people call it. All right. It's not so bad. Not so bad. Some old metal cable there. I have to constantly say random things because then I'll know where to look on the video and what I said right before I fell. Lovely weather we're having. Ah! That would be a painful fall here, but no big deal. We made it. We're gonna try out this regular, the established trail first. We're gonna try out the trail first here. Okay, we're good. And welcome everybody. If you're just joining us, make sure you get that like button tapped, please. We're here in Centralia, Pennsylvania. I just booted up the stream again, so I don't see the chat yet, but if you're there saying hello, I'm sure it'll load up any minute now. Okay. Wow, just a big drop off right here. What the hell? I don't like the looks of this. I gotta check the map. I feel like we should be going. Hey, what's up, Sammy? How you doing, man? I gotta check the map real quick. We're trying to find the graffiti highway right now. It looks like I've got an okay connection out here, so that's good at least. Cemetery, church, right here. Yeah, you know, I think we need to be wandering this way still. Now, weathered bushback for a while. I'm not gonna get lost. But it looks so wide open. It might be fun to do a nice bushwhack here. There may even be a trail. I just can't see because of the leaves. There's this trail moving this way, and then it just seems to go nowhere suddenly. But I'll just try to read the road. Try to keep heading in the general direction. We're off to see the graffiti, the wonderful graffiti road. Because, what the hell else am I gonna do? Hold on. No bushes, I know. What the hell? What are you gonna do, man? You're gonna have to get creative. Sammy, have you ever looked into a ghillie suit? You might do well with a ghillie suit. It's more for a man about town, such as yourself. A nice green ghillie suit. You could just be the bush. Just be the bush from now on. Yeah, look at this. Nice trail this way. And I mean, besides being in Centralia and besides looking for this highway, this is such a nice hike. I mean, look at this. Look at the surroundings here. Yeah, I definitely don't get to see this very often around. It's a big orange paved road. Big naturally paved road. Tall, straight trees. A little bit of shrubs hanging on at the very top. A little bit of foliage. And I can see in every direction, you know. See if somebody's around, see if someone's coming up behind me or something. Not like to attack me, but look at that, that's very dead. That's a very dead tree, that's coming down soon. And it's been very windy the last couple of days. We can call it a Sammy suit. Get your Sammy suit on. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Yeah, I'm glad I decided to take this trail because while I was out here. Wow. To me, as I approach it, it just feels like it's just getting bigger and bigger the more I look at it. Hard to describe. Like I'm moving into the belly of something. Me being active is just enough to keep me nice and warm. I actually ate breakfast at a grocery store this morning. You all be so proud of me. I bought an avocado and a banana. Oh, up from the ground in some areas. So it's a very cool place to be. I did check that out this morning. I found some steam, and last night. So you can see it on, you'll be able to see it on my channel soon. Oh no, it's escaping. Hold on. All right, we're gonna keep going this way. We're gonna keep going this way. Those are cool. Nice spruce sprigs. They look kind of alien since they're so young. No beavers out here. No beavers out here, guys. Man. we probably aren't going to be seeing any steam right now. There is a slight chance that we might get to see some steam coming out of the highway. It's not impossible. It was once a very active area, and they say most of the areas are periodic these days. So there might still be enough moisture in the ground from the last couple of days of rain to still be steaming a little bit. We'll just have to see. I like this change of scenery though. All of a sudden it just became like shale from, ooh, look, there's coal. There's actual coal there. That's anthracite coal right there. So that's, yeah. There's your coal, there's your burnables. It's very smooth. That's crazy. I wonder how much is out here. I've heard stories. Here's some. So yeah, this is all potentially coal rock here. You can see some here. It'll focus a little bit. That didn't help much, but you can see the sparkles in there, kind of. Just get it like nice and close up. Yeah, there's some sparkles. Coal country. That's really crazy. All of this is coal, I guess. Whole thing. Shale and coal. I guess you would call that hard coal. I guess I just heard that there's soft coal and hard coal. There's a big chunk of coal down there. It's shiny, big shiny corner sticking out. You can find really beautiful pieces of coal that are like rainbow colored, at least with the light on them. But this is probably a mining area, a processing area. There's so much coal. I mean, you can just imagine that underground. Huge veins, ginormous veins of coal that are just burning now underground. That's a little bit, not so much. Maybe I'll find something worth taking home. That's kind of a cool piece, guys. Look at that. You can really see that one there. Nice and shiny. There's some coal. Hey, what's up, KJR? Hey, sorry I missed you, man. What's up, Lukeland? Julian, hello, good morning. Look at that shiny coal. Look at that. It's everywhere. It's all over the ground. All over the ground, probably underneath the ground too. That's the whole idea, right? Well, yeah, I'll try to find a nice keepsake piece. Keep my eye peeled for it. But we're here. Oh wow! Look, guys, look. We just opened up here to the countryside. That is beautiful. You can really see some of that color out in the distance. It's this and better everywhere around here right now. Like color-wise, just explosive color right now. And it's got a nice backdrop of the dead trees too, the dead leaves, the deadites, as they say. Wow, I think I'm on the right track. And even if I'm not on the right track, whew, windy. It's the Windy City. All right, I had to turn the noise canceling off. Top of the hill is quite windy here. That's usually how it goes. Some interesting colors here too. I don't know if that was graffiti or not. It looks natural. Looks more like rust almost. The way it was forming. I'm sure there might be some iron ore. There's some more of that. Definitely seems to be almost like a surface rusting. Oxidization. There you go. I should get a magnet and see if it's magnetic. Okay, so I can go, yeah, here's the trail. But I do want to walk around this. Nice trees up here, nice hardy trees. The only thing that could survive on this hill. This robust hardy tree. Really amazing countryside though. This is worth it. I don't even care if we don't find the highway. I'll care a little bit. But I'm not going home empty souled. How are you doing today, Lukeland? Did you have a good rest after last evening? Did you have to help out your mysterious friend on Halloween? Oh wow, this whole rock is shiny. You can see the sun hitting these rocks right here. You can see. I'm really liking this. This mountain here. This is all just coal processing. This is not natural. And it's very loose. Very loose. Gotta have my stick. You know, it's funny, I'm using a carbon fiber stick on a big pile of coal. Isn't that just interesting? Isn't that interesting? Carbon to carbon, dust to dust, ashes to ashes, carbon to carbon. It's all carbon, baby. It's all carbon. That's really crazy. All right, don't walk into the tree. That would be advisable. All right, well, that was a fun little detour. Back on track. To think I almost took that other trail, the higher up trail. That would have been a bummer. Not getting to see all this. You know, my mom grew up in a little town called Tamaqua, which is right near all of these towns. It was also a coal town in this area, and so she's very familiar. She grew up with all this that you see. It was just her normal everyday today. Just winding roads through the mountains, beautiful leaves, colors. That was her childhood. Small coal town, just like this. I just talked to her before I went out today, and they're doing well. They're having a good day. So I hope you're enjoying this, Mom. I know you're watching, Mom. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm imagining that my love of these colors is somewhere down there in my DNA. Did you get somewhere good to sleep last night? Oh yeah. I did. Oh yeah, that's what I was telling you. Yeah, so I struck out everywhere, and I found this really rundown place called the Motor Inn. And I was expecting like, oh yes, awesome. It's gonna be a good price, awesome. I get there and the guy's like, $90 plus tax for a room. And I just broke down, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it, but I gotta go. And so I went and I got in my car and I started the car, and the guy like chased me outside. And he's like, hold on. He's like, 65 to spend ever at any one time is $65, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And I had a good night's sleep. I didn't wake up with roaches on me. Didn't work for shit. But you know, we all have magic TVs in our hands now. But yeah, it was like $90 for a broke down motel, you know. This area is just crazy. Maybe it's just the economy. Maybe I just don't know. I know those prices fluctuate. There's like a whole hotel algorithm that's constantly running in the background based on availability and everything. So I know it probably fluctuates a lot, but it was Halloween too, I guess. Is Halloween a big hotel night? I don't know. I guess there's a lot of skimpy costumes. People will probably want to go grab a motel and bang real quick. They just can't help it. Got that sweet Red Riding Hood costume. We gotta find a hotel now. Maybe that's part of the pricing. Nobody's following me. That's good. Except for you fine folks. You fine folks are following me on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button if you like what you see, and if you want to see more. There's a little trail going that way. I assume, yeah, they said, I've heard that one of these trails is like a 1.5 mile hike to the highway. So I'm just crossing my fingers and hoping that we're on the right track. I didn't see many other options, and this seems like it would be the one, you know. So we're just hoping for the best. Yeah, you like that? Could be. That could be the reason. I may have just cracked the code of Halloween hotel pricing. There's a bag. You gotta check the bags. Yep. It's full of dirty liquid. What do you know? Who could have guessed? More coal over there. I wonder if you could gather enough scrap coal around here to like keep yourself warm overnight. Does anybody know? Does anybody know about coal? Like specifically the anthracite rock coal? Can you just light it on fire, or is there some special process? I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't think you can just hold a lighter to it. I'm assuming. I assume it's one of those things where you have to get the whole thing like very hot and then it starts to combust or whatever. I just don't know. I just don't know. Oh, that's really cool. Lots of tires down here. Some people have been really rolling tires out here. Long distances. I bet you ATV dumping is a thing. I bet you people like load up their ATV and go out into the middle of the woods and dump shit. Because sometimes I've seen dumping in places that shouldn't be possible. And yet, there it is. Which means you also need ATV trash removal at that point. I really love this trail. Look at this. Just this dark. They probably crushed up a bunch of the local rock and actually made it into a trail, I'm assuming. They like to get creative and do that kind of shit. Very good for drainage, good for compacting. I thought I heard water. I don't know. There's definitely a highway there. Ah, you know. Huh. So there's Highway 61 and Graffiti Highway is very close to Highway 61. It's actually an old, discontinued, rerouted part of Highway 61. So I have a bad feeling like maybe I should hike up to the top of that hill and see if it's over there. It's not a great spot. I'll give it one more pass. The slope seems to go down over here. So I'll give it another few hundred feet. Getting my exercise today though. It's a perfect day. And thanks for all you guys. Hey, what's up, Megan? Welcome. I would set by the fire to keep warm. Yes. Let me call Tammy Wynette. Who the hell is Tammy Wynette? Who the fuck is that guy? Tammy Wynette? I don't know who that is, but you can explain it to me in your own time, at your own discretion. Tammy Wynette, more like Tammy Why Not? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, maybe I can go up there. Welcome, Megan. I don't know if you know what Centralia is or where you're from, but welcome to the walk. I do a live hike every day, usually around Philadelphia, but today we're up in coal country, up in more rural Pennsylvania. Fucking hate that word. Rural Pennsylvania. And yeah, ever heard of Centralia? Speaking of sitting by the fire to keep warm. All right. It's possible that she has moved on. Oh, big puddle, big puddle. All right. Okay. So we are taking a nice left turn here. I will consider that a good sign. That is the direction that I wanted to go anyway. I think that it'll be just around the river bend. Just around the river bend. Graffiti Highway is just around the river bend. There we go. All right. We got Coal Miner's Daughter Country Singer. Okay, I see. Yeah, she can come along. She can come on the walk. I'm a famous coal miner's daughter. It doesn't have the same ring to it as farmer's daughter, but that is nothing. All right, I have a good feeling about this hill. I have a good feeling about coming over this hill. Well, we're definitely back on that trail here. Okay. This seems vaguely familiar, though, from all of the images I've seen online. Can I ask map? So stupid. But it's 3/4 of a mile long. So I'm definitely within the vector of it right now. If I walk left or right, I'm sure. Look at that dumping. Roof shingles. Stupid fuckers. What, it wasn't enough? The 30,000 you got for the fucking roof wasn't enough to just pay $100 to dump your trash? Really? Cool. I don't want to spend 60 bucks. Or selling my soul. I don't think I'm quite there yet, but maybe. But look, this is a nice four-way intersection in the middle of the woods. I could insult his soul, but be on the lookout. There might be a soulless individual in my channel from time to time. You never know, you never know. It was Halloween, right? When the veil between the living world and the dead world is at its thinnest, they say. Ah, well, isn't that poetic? So many puddles up here. It was the same last night too. There's puddles all over the place. Just around the puddle bend. No respect. Yeah, no. Yeah, my chat, the chat's really far behind. Sorry, guys. Or maybe Sammy's just far behind. Maybe he paused the video and started it up again. No, Sammy's on point. Sammy's sharp. He's a sharp guy. He's on the cutting edge. He's in the bushes. Yeah. I'm not getting very big on the right track vibes here anymore. This is kind of cool though. I can still appreciate it. I'll probably give up and end the stream at some point and then find myself right in the middle of the highway. Right in the middle of the graffiti highway. No, we're gonna find it. We're gonna find it. I'm walking, I'm traveling a lot, but the truth is, there's really not a lot of places to go. There's like between here, where I am right now, and the highway over there, it's supposed to be the graffiti highway. So unless it's like way up on the top of the hill or something, which I don't think it is, I think I should be able to see it now that I have a high vantage point. It should look like little piles of dirt. Or big piles of dirt. And if we don't catch it on the way here, then there's a good chance we can catch it on the way back too. Okay, interesting choice here. That's kind of back the way I came. It cross-cuts across an area that I am suspicious of. Should go this way. I'm sure it'll take a left soon. Since I'm literally heading towards the highway, it has to take a left. See, there's piles of dirt here. I would call this a pile of dirt. This almost looks like it was made by mountain bikers. But maybe there were piles of dirt available because there are piles of dirt nearby. Oh, look at that. Is that a sinkhole? This might legitimately be a sinkhole, guys. Look at that. If you're just joining us, we're here in, oh, what's up, Steak and Cheese? Is this the fireplace? This is the fireplace. You're right. You're right. Yep. Centralia, PA. Fires burning underground, causing the whole town to be evacuated. About 1980, the evacuation started. But sinkholes were opening up, and like flaming sinkholes were opening up that were 100 feet or more deep. That were literally steaming and full of carbon monoxide and fire. And this to me looks suspiciously like a sinkhole. I don't know about you guys. That looks like the earth opening up right there. So that's pretty cool. It's probably a good sign that we're nearby the highway, because the highway was also very affected by the sinkholes and by the heat underground. Okay, so this just loops right around. Okay. Now I think we're looking at a mountain bike trail here. I don't know if I'm ready to commit to this. No, I think we have to go this way. I think we're going more this way. But I'll get a closer look at that. How you doing, Steak and Cheese? That's a pit. Well, I know it's a pit. But look at the trees. Look at the trees. The trees aren't more than 15, maybe 20, nah, not even 20. I'd say the trees aren't more than 10, 15 years old. So that would imply a recent opening, as well as possibly some toxins. I've heard that the toxins that came up out of the ground also prevented plant life from growing in huge areas, like just huge barren wastelands that can no longer grow. Also, we got some moss over there. That's probably not related. I think that this was at least related. Maybe not a full sinkhole, but maybe it was dug out. Maybe they dug it out. They could have dug it out. That's also true. Underground caverns collapsing by chance. Yeah. That's the whole deal with this town, is that they accidentally lit the coal on fire under the town, and it's been burning for the last 70 years. And the fire is now, well over 200, 300 feet deep, and just continuing to burn the coal vein. And there's no way for them to put it out. So eventually, parts of the town started to collapse. Sinkholes were opening up. Roads were being destroyed by steam and fire. It was just crazy. There used to be a lot more. You could see like active steam and smoke coming out of the ground. There was fire creeping up under the gas station for a while, and they tested the temperature of the local gas station in town, and it was like 100 degrees higher than it was supposed to be. Just deep burning fires. So, it's cool. It's cool. Oh, hey, what beans? I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad everybody's here. But I took a picture earlier you might like. Can bring it up. I have a lot of good videos too. But there we go. It's this pipe coming out of a tree, but there's also these cool mushrooms growing out of the middle of the tree. It's a big smorgasbord of interesting things to look at there. Just to annoy you, Mud, it's giving stranger things. Oh yes, oh yes. How much I dislike that phrase. But it's okay, I understand. It's just too modern. Wow, I like this blanketing of they have the pine needle consistency. Yes, it is giving stranger things. Maybe there's a portal out here. I can cross over to the upside down, right? I almost said the underneath. Okay, so we're gonna get there. There's also this very famous highway out here, guys. That it's called Graffiti Highway. It's no longer what it used to be. It was an abandoned strip of highway that was visited by thousands of people for decades, and they all did their own graffiti art, or just graffiti in general. And it's supposed to be super cool, but they came and they covered it all up with dirt during COVID. That's what it used to look like. They now dumped hundreds of piles of dirt all over it, so people could stop driving down it. And also they covered up most of the graffiti. It's a big shame. Apparently some of the graffiti is still visible though, so that's what we're trying to find. We're nearby, we're close by, no doubt. But it's not on the map anymore, so I was having to kind of follow follow old maps and kind of compare them to the new maps. So I really just don't know. I could be right next to it, or I could be way off. We're just gonna have to find out. But it kind of looks like this might be an industrial road that they were digging up dirt from this area, maybe to put on Graffiti Highway. I'm about to get a big view here, so this might be what we're looking for. It's weird. There's like, it looks like manicured grass coming up. It can't be manicured grass. What the hell? Love the mushroom. Seems like they are Copernopsis atramentaria. Common ink caps. Yeah, they look common to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so definitely been some vehicles here. Well, interesting little find here anyway. So we're going to continue. I think I'm getting good vibes, good directional vibes from this area. I'm going to hike up to that little hill there to see if I can't see the highway from above or something. But you never know. Who knows? Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the highway. They said their goal was to cover it with dirt and let grass grow over the dirt. But all the pictures that I've seen are all just big piles of dirt. So maybe somebody's come back and spread them out more evenly now. Yeah, not really much to see up here. Not really much to see here. Check this guy out. Get myself a nice old straw in the teeth, you know. Nice sun though, nice time of day, I reckon. Pretty beautiful view up here when the sun comes out. Look up there. That's a nice scene. Worth coming out. Worth coming out for sure. I am going to check the map, maybe just to make sure I'm not way off. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know if there's a stream. There's always a stream, isn't there? Let's see how ridiculously far away I might be. Ah. Interesting. Okay. Okay, well, let's see here. Okay, so there's a possibility. I might be a little bit off. That's okay though, I like where I am. But I am gonna try to veer left. Try to veer left as much as I can. I've heard that there's two different ways to get there, so I'm just gonna assume we're heading to the other side of it. We've only been hiking for 40 minutes, that's crazy. Oh wait, no. I think I restarted the stream. Probably been hiking for a while. Yeah, make sure you guys have the double tap on that like button, please, guys. For all this beautiful nature. This is a nice place to sit and smoke. There's a little kids play school bench over there. You can go hang out, have some lunch, right? Should have brought some lunch, that'd be funny. I can't just sit without lunch. That'd be preposterous. Inconceivable. Got dumping going on. So I'm going to be trying to veer left. That is my new goal, is to go left. Go left, go left, go left. Huh. There's a trail here. That trail goes left hard. Maybe we're going to get lucky, maybe not. Maybe I'll get really unlucky. Got a blanket out here. Not a very active blanket since it has moss growing all over it. This might be a deer lay right here. It might be a deer lay. don't think it's going anywhere. Big pile of dirt though. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Hold on, let me double check the map. What's up? What's up, my dude? What's up, the dude? I'm gonna check the map real quick, guys. Oh shit. I gotta plug in too. Okay. Weird. Huh. Crazy. I'm halfway to Mount Carmel, guys. The spring, okay. Interesting reference point. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, it's not a bad thing. Ooh, boy, howdy. Yeah, I'm quite a bit of ways off. That's okay. I do see what I missed there. It's a really nice trail, though. Really nice trail. The only problem is there's no loop back. So there's no loop back. So we're gonna have to call it. I'm not gonna bushwhack that far that way. Although it would be fun, right? Although it would be fun. Tell you what, guys, tell you what. What time is it? Jesus, okay. Everybody. Yeah, I'm a little bit far off from Graffiti Trail, unfortunately. As far as I know. I don't have any real way of verifying it, but it seems to be that I'm far off. So I might. The other thing is I need to plug my phone in. So what I think I might do is go ahead and end the stream, guys. It's still been an amazing hike. I love to see all that coal, all the countryside. Still been an amazing hike. But I'm gonna kill it here, guys, because I want to plug my phone in, and then on my way back, I'm gonna try and find Graffiti Highway. And then when I do, I'm gonna go live again. So make sure you got the like button tapped, guys. Make sure if you want to see more hikes every day, you hit the subscribe button. I do a live hike every day around Pennsylvania. So yeah, it was really good hanging out with everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. You know, it's always my pleasure to have you guys here. And I will see you guys on the next one. Hey, thank you for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. And I'm glad you had a good night last night. Hope everybody had a great Halloween. I'm gonna go plug in and just enjoy this beautiful hike back. And I will catch up with you hopefully a little bit later. So I'll see you soon. Love you guys. And take it easy. Take it easy.